Hello there, Leo. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of August 17th through the 23rd. I am using my Wildwood Tarot this time, and so let's just jump right in. Leo, on Monday, you have an awesome card. You have the Pole Star showing up, and the Pole Star is just telling me that on Monday you are feeling very much in touch with the reality around you, and you are also very in touch with spirit, with the universe, with that great creative source that I call sacred spirit. So this is a really good thing, and how that manifests by being in touch with reality and also being in touch with spirit is that you're able to really make decisions easily about the things that you want to do and the people that you want to associate and the projects you want to be a part of. So it makes decision making really easy. That's about the most noticeable way that that manifests whenever that shows up. So Monday, I see decision making very easy because you're in touch with reality, the manifest reality, and you're also in touch with sacred spirit. Now on Tuesday, what you have coming up is you have the Ancestor. The Ancestor is just telling me that on Tuesday, you have been kind of changing in your spirituality lately, Leo. You've been growing and sort of expanding your horizons. And so when we see this Ancestor card come up for you, the impression that I'm getting for most of you is that you are coming into a place where your spirituality has expanded to a point that now it's time to make a decision. And Sacred Spirit is asking you to make this decision of, do you want to keep moving forward? Or do you want to stay where you are? Because the reason that this question generally comes up is because once you get to a certain point in your spiritual development, not everybody who used to be in your circle can follow you. They can't all stay with you. They can't all understand where you're coming from and what you're dealing with and what you're talking about and those things that you're thinking about and that you're feeling about. And so it's a decision point because there's a certain cost whenever you move forward spiritually. Now obviously there's certain gains when you move forward spiritually, but there's also a certain cost, and that certain cost many times is in our friendships and in our relationships. So it's something that Spirit asks us to really evaluate. Do we want to keep pushing forward or not? Is it worth it to us to keep pushing forward or not? So that's what I see you doing on Tuesday. I see you making that decision about, yes, I know that this is a point of no return, and I am still ready, willing, and able, and fascinated, and curious, and excited about moving forward anyway. So that's what I see coming up for Tuesday for you, Leos. Wednesday, what we have showing up is we have the Seven of Vessels. Now, the Seven of Vessels is not my favorite card to talk about. Seven of Vessels talks about some situation where there is extreme sadness. So we're not talking about a little sadness. We're talking about something extreme, like maybe even grief. So for some of you Leos, this could be the loss of a pet. For some of you where it is the loss of the pet, I don't feel like it's going to be a surprise. I feel like you've known that this pet health has been kind of going down for a while. So that could be coming in for some of you Leos. For others of you, this kind of card also can come up for the end of a relationship, and it can come up really at the end of anything that's precious to us, at the loss of anything that's precious to us. For some of you, what I'm seeing is this is that something happens to your vehicle and it's not as pretty as it used to be, and now it just doesn't seem the same. So for some of you, it's a more material, tangible thing than it is the loss of a relationship or of a person or of a pet. But mourning is a very strong card to have come up. In fact, I consider this card even stronger than the Tower card. Whenever it comes up right side up, it really talks about great loss and great sadness from that loss. So that's all I really want to say about that card. I don't want to hang around talking about it a long time. Now Thursday, what we have coming up is we have the Five of Vessels. And this card is actually labeled ecstasy, but I never have really seen it as ecstasy. I've always seen it as fake happiness. You know, that kind of happiness where you pretend everything is okay when it's really not. That's what I see Thursday being. So Thursday is a day where you're just kind of painting on a smile and just wearing it because You think that's what people will accept from you. You don't think that they'll accept you showing your true emotions. So pretending to be happy is what I see coming in on Thursday. Now Friday, what we have coming up is we have the Page of Vessels. This is the Otter. And the Page of Vessels really talks about being comfortable going back and forth between land and water. If you look at this card, the Otter is just as comfortable on land as he is on water. And he'll go back and forth at will whenever he feels like it. So when we're looking at land and we're looking at water, what we're looking at really, as far as I'm concerned, is we're looking at thoughts, and we're looking at logic, and we're also looking at emotions and feelings. And so when you have the picture of the otter, what that's telling me is on Friday you're going to be very comfortable switching gears back and forth from operating on logic to operating on feeling based. So this tells me that you're going to have a variety of things that you're dealing with on Friday. There are going to be some things that are where you're going to be taking care of business, and that's going to be logic based. But you're also going to have things that you have to handle from more of a feeling standpoint. You have to feel those things out and decide what to do on an emotion basis. You have to be aware of people around you and their feelings and have some compassion. So I see on Friday you're just going to be very comfortable switching gears back and forth, land and water, logic and emotion, logic and emotion. And it's going to feel very natural to you on Friday. Now Saturday, we're starting to have some better cards. Friday was not a bad card. Saturday is a really good card. This is the Fool. And when the Fool shows up, this just tells me that you have a situation coming up on Saturday that you feel like you know exactly how to handle it. But what you know is coming from a gut feeling or an intuitive feeling, an intuition. And so it's not necessarily logical. So this would be more feeling based. And you have options of how to handle this situation. You can follow your gut feeling, or you can follow logic. Of course, it's much easier to validate logic in your own mind and even with your friends who you want to support you. But when you follow that gut feeling, it just feels right. It feels like the thing to do. And that's what I see you doing on Saturday. I see you really following that gut feeling or that intuition with whatever situation this is and moving forward with it. And really, honestly, this is the beginning of a great journey. When you take that leap of faith and move forward based on a gut feeling, you're acknowledging the Creator Spirit, and you're acknowledging that, you know, this idea that you've given me, I'm going to honor that, and I appreciate that, and I'm moving forward with it. And so what happens is kind of this reciprocal thing starts up. Then the Spirit starts saying, oh, this person's honoring what I've given them. Well, now I'm going to make sure that I've got their back so that they can keep moving forward, so that they don't fall on their face with this. And so it's the beginning of really quite an amazing journey. And there's more leaps of faith to come. But if you can stay tuned into Spirit, you can do really well with something like this. Now, on Sunday, what we have coming up is we have the Two of Vessels. And I want to clarify, because I'm hearing all kinds of questions there. If you can stay tuned into Spirit, you can do really well with this. When I'm talking about stay tuned into Spirit, what I'm talking about is follow those intuitive leadings, follow those gut instincts, because that's Spirit's communication with your spirit. You're hearing that with your own spirit, and it's Spirit's communication with you. So if you can stay tuned into Spirit by following those intuitions and those gut leadings, then you'll do well with this journey that the Fool is starting on Saturday. Now, back to Sunday, you have a great card. This is the Two of Vessels. This is attraction. This is talking about some relationship in your life that's going well. Of course, everybody always likes to gravitate straight to a romantic relationship when they see this card. And it definitely can be that. The majority of times it's that. However, if you're not in a romantic relationship, I still would want you to expect a relationship to be going forward well on Sunday. And this can be a friendship. This can be a business association. This can be a family member that you have a relationship with. But just whatever's going on, that relationship is going forward. It's being stepped up. So say, for instance, if it's a friendship, let's say that this is somebody that you've just seen maybe at church on Sundays, but you've never really met them outside of just bumping into them there. Well, maybe you find out after talking to them before or after church that, maybe you have some things in common that you didn't realize you have in common. So now you're scheduling some time to get together to share some of those common areas. So that would be an example of a friendship moving to the next level, okay? So anyway, you have a relationship that is doing very well and moving forward smoothly on Sunday, Leos. So that's your weekly reading. For those of you who would like to schedule a private reading with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you're there and you've looked around, if you still feel like I'm the best reader for you, feel free to contact me and schedule a session. Right now my wait list is not that long, so I should be able to help you either the day you contact me or the day after. Thank you everybody for watching, for liking, for subscribing. All of you who have had readings from me already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all the support so much. Everyone have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here next time. Peace out.